Hello! In recent years, companies have promised to deliver hydrogen engines, claiming it is the fuel of the future. However, we have seen little in terms of development. Yamaha released a statement this week saying that Toyota and Yamaha have teamed up to develop a hydrogen-powered V8 engine. There is nothing entirely new about the hydrogen engine. It is based on a system currently used in the Lexus RCF Sports Coupe.
Toyota collaborated with Yamaha to develop a hydrogen-powered V8 engine, but there is a major issue with hydrogen combustion. As we all know that electric vehicles are not the final solution when it comes to good car function and quality of the vehicle itself. But on the other hand, it's difficult for automobile lovers who grew up hearing and feeling the roar of a combustion engine to accept silent mobility. And now that is also in trouble. So what's the issue all about, and what do we need to know about the new Toyota V8 engine that shocked everyone? Join us in today's video as we'll be exploring the actual truth behind this newly introduced Toyota's engine partnered with Yamaha. So without any further delay, let's get started with today's video. Every dedicated car fanatic adores a naturally aspirated, gasoline-powered V8 engine. They are strong, offer a lot of smooth power, and sound fantastic. We also know that those engines are becoming increasingly rare. EVs are the way of the future, even if Toyota isn't sure of how to get there yet. EVs have numerous advantages that can be quite fast. However, they lack the soul of a conventional V8. Concern for the environment is a primary cause for this shift to EVs. While we may not all be fans of EVs, we all want to live a healthy environment. And there comes the hydrogen combustion engine, which is more environmental friendly than the EVs. It could be wrong if one calls them the light at the end of the tunnel, because if one believes it or not, they seem to be fulfilling the purpose. And out of all the automakers, Toyota is the one manufacturer that's seriously considering this project. They already have the Mirai, a hydrogen fuel cell-powered electric vehicle. Naturally, the next step was to develop that technology further and determine whether a combustion engine was feasible. They collaborated with Yamaha to create a hydrogen-powered V8 based on the engine used in the Lexus RCF. It's no surprise that the two builds are extremely close in terms of horsepower and torque, with the hydrogen version having a little advantage. So what if we could have the best of both worlds? What if the Toyota X Yamaha hydrogen-powered V8 combustion engine could be the solution to the problem that the environment is facing today? If a hydrogen-powered V8 combustion engine became a reality, environmentalists and auto fans alike would welcome it with open arms. We'll be able to keep our V8 combustion engine for all the reasons we adore it, and because it emits no hazardous pollutants. Mother Earth will appreciate it as well. Of course, if anything appears to be too good to be true, it probably is. However, there's a slight problem. What is that? Yamaha and Toyota created a hydrogen-powered version of the 5.0-litre V8 engine found in the Lexus RCF luxury sport coupe. The findings are not encouraging. The good news is that it's technically feasible, and the hydrogen-powered V8 combustion engine produces almost the same power as the gasoline-powered 5.0-litre V8 with just water emissions. The range, on the other hand, is a major issue. A typical gasoline-powered RCF can travel around 330 miles on a single tank of fuel. The hydrogen-powered V8 would only have a range of 25 to 50 miles. That's obviously far too short to be practical. Hydrogen differs from gasoline in that it's much more difficult to store. It must be stored in pressure tanks at around 10,000 psi, which is 200 bar. This implies that the capacity to dimension ratio is not as favorable, and the fuel tanks must have a specific shape to resist the high pressure, complicating matters even more. Let's make that clear with an example. To delve into the math of gasoline consumption, because it is inextricably linked to fuel capacity, 1 gallon, which is 3.8 kilograms of fuel, produces 33.7 kilowatt hours of energy, while 1 kilogram, that is 2.2 pounds of hydrogen, produces almost the same, which is approximately 33.3 kilowatt hours. This implies that MPG is about equivalent to MPKG, which is miles per kilogram of hydrogen. Now, assuming a hydrogen-powered sports car had a fuel tank comparable to the RCF's, which has an EPA fuel rating of 330 miles or 531 kilometers, it'll be figured out that a hydrogen combustion model would only have a range of 50 miles, which is 80 kilometers. If we use several buckets which are placed inside the hatchback to demonstrate how much space would be required for fuel tanks to reach a similar range, determining that it would be impracticable. If you're liking this video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get back to the video. Now, if we take into account the possibilities of liquid hydrogen storage to boost the amount of fuel a car could contain, it would also be having an issue, and that is that it must be kept at an extremely low temperature, that is negative 250 degrees Celsius or negative 423 degrees Fahrenheit. BMW has done this in the past with a Hydrogen 7. Their endeavor, however, merely demonstrated that this is an even more challenging method. They discovered that after roughly 17 hours, the temperature within the gasoline tank would begin to rise. This would transform it into a ticking bomb as the pressure within increased as more and more hydrogen converted from liquid to gas, perhaps resulting in an explosion. The remedy to this dilemma was to alleviate the pressure that would build up. What now? As appealing as hydrogen may sound, it's not currently a feasible answer. Firstly, since hydrogen propulsion is still in its infancy. Furthermore, EVs are growing popular and government incentives prefer electricity over hydrogen. As a result, widespread acceptance may yet take some time. Furthermore, hydrogen fuel stations are not as common as charging stations. Indeed, California is the only state in North America where hydrogen-powered automobiles are feasible. 35 of the country's 39 hydrogen stations are situated in California. Then there's the storage and transit issue. At the moment, the costs are not worth the effort. As you can see, implementing the concept has its drawbacks. However, after the early hurdles are overcome, hydrogen engines can be a feasible answer. EVs are often on the costly side of the scale for consumers. Batteries use rare earth minerals, and their availability will only decrease over time, increasing the cost. A hydrogen-powered automobile will not only emit no pollutants, but its price will likely fall somewhere between that of an EV and that of a gasoline-powered car, making it an ideal choice. Assuming the concept gains enough traction, some of the automobile manufacturers are still working on these engines. BMW once built the Hydrogen 7, a 7 Series flagship equipped with a hydrogen-powered V12 combustion engine. GAC, a Chinese car maker, recently stated that it is testing a hydrogen combustion engine, albeit it is uncertain whether the engine would go into production. Yamaha and Kawasaki are also collaborating on cooperative research on hydrogen combustion engines for 2- and 4-wheeled applications. A key player in heavy-duty machinery, Joseph Cyril Bamford, has created a hydrogen-powered internal combustion engine as a zero-emission alternative to EVs and fuel cells. JCBs are currently powered by diesel. The developers were able to run the engine on hydrogen by significantly changing it. According to Chief Engineer John McCarthy, the alteration involved adjustments to the cylinder heads. This was done primarily to support the move from the compression ignition to spark ignition. In addition, major engineering work was completed in the emissions section. The creation of different nitrogen oxides, or NOx, is one of the inherent downsides of a hydrogen ICE. Engineers devised a brilliant method to avoid this by running the engine lean, and it worked. There are different opinions about hydrogen technology. While there is enthusiasm for the possibilities of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, and businesses such as Hyundai, BMW and Toyota have all built vehicles based on the technology, others in the industry have taken a different stance. In June 2020, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, Elon Musk, mentioned in one of his tweets about the hydrogen fuel cells. By that tweet, it was pretty clear that the Tesla owner is clearly not satisfied with what the hydrogen technology has to offer, and called the hydrogen fuel cells as fool cells in his tweet. The CEO of Germany's Volkswagen Group also commented on the matter in February 2021. He said that green hydrogen is best for steel, chemical, aero, and it should not end up in cars, as it's far too costly, inefficient, slow, and difficult to implement and transport. Anyone who was expecting that this would save our beloved V8 can now wipe away their tears. Then go out and get a traditional V8 while you can. Electric vehicles are on the way, and they may be fueled by batteries or hydrogen fuel cells. But let us know what your thoughts are on it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed watching the video, then please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.